My name is Dr. Frederick Pessus. I'm from Warri South. Warri is my city. They call me Neye back home. I'm a lecturer at the University of Leeds, and this is my beautiful wife.
Hello, my name is Ojeri Frederick Pessus. I'm Shekiri now, I believe, but I'm originally from Benue State. We have two beautiful daughters. Shekiri Next Gen is a project very, very close to our hearts. It started in our living room with another family like 3 years ago now, and it's been such an amazing journey walking this path.
The inspiration behind the Shekiri Next Gen, or we call it, you can call it the Warri Next Generation, is actually from the simple fact that I'm from Warri. I lived in the community, Pessus community where we started from. I'm a child of that community, right? I'm a product of that community, and I'm so grateful for the community, how it influences my life in different dimensions. But since I've emerged in a way, looking more internationally aligned, I've come to see the gap that was there, between me that is from that community and the world that I am in right now. And I've actually had to work hard, extra hard in most cases, to kind of bridge that gap. And looking back, I felt the next generation doesn't need to go through that path because it's going to be very, very daunting for them. So for me and my wife and the team that kind of initiated ING, it's really to try to give back to them in a way that empowers them and bridge that gap so that whatever they have in the world, be in the next 10 or 15 years, they can actually be measured up to the rest of the world. And those things doesn't have to be the intelligence or the finance or even just the classroom smartness and all of that or passing exams. It's pretty much beyond that. It's about leadership, it's about values, it's about the entrepreneurial spirit that I myself I gained from Pessus community as well in Warri. So these are the kind of things that you wouldn't learn in the classroom, and we thought we needed to do something, and that's the kind of inspiration behind it. The next generation has to be better than us in every dimension.
I see it as something that really inspired me inspired us to be part of this or to start this was when you're sending people into battle, you can't send them into battle without giving them the armor or the sword or everything. So it's just like saying, we keep sending children to the battle of life without equipping them with what they need. And I think most times children, learn the whole survival thing, and that is good, but we feel like it is important to give the next generation the opportunity to have a fighting chance, compared to their global peers, not just local champions, but globally, do they have what it takes to compete? And that is something that we felt was missing. That was what we felt like we could use to bridge the gap. So,
and just to kind of add to that, the world is changing really quickly. Today we're talking about AI and generative AI and so many other things. The challenges we face are different. We cannot continue to kind of give them the things we had. We have to reinvent the kind of capacity we build into them and prepare them for the next 10 or 20 years, because the skills that of 10 or 20 years ago might not be relevant in the next 20 or 25 years. So we're actually trying to build the next generation of Iwera indigenes and empower them as much as we can. Yeah, the journey so far, I would say it's been very transformative on different fronts. First, for us as steering committee members, and even for the volunteers, the testimonies we've had from them, they've been changed by the process of trying to kind of groom and empower these kids. And most importantly, the kids themselves, they've been, you can't really quantify it. Every day when we have our review meeting, every week, when we get a feedback or how the session went every Saturday, what we hear from the volunteers or what the students are doing is very remarkable. And just to give a snippet, you have kids that 2 years ago they've not really touched a computer, but today they can actually create a simple game on a computer. they're becoming a little more confident in their speaking and expressing themselves. They have confidence in their ability to do things. We are inspiring them the culture of having good value, which is very, very important today, especially. And we encourage them to see themselves as leaders in their community, their small constituencies, and all of that. So it's been very, very transformative on different front. There's so much we could say about the journey, but we've been so blessed ourselves by just being part of it. And I would say something again. It seems very spiritual, but it is. Everyone, but volunteers have been connected to the program in one way or the other. They receive divine blessings. I can tell you that they received a lot of divine blessings. Some of them have gotten jobs, promoted, or just the story is so inspiring. So we can't stop. We just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one thing I want to add is that it's been a rewarding journey. Just seeing the growth that has occurred over the past few years, seeing the transformation with the children, their personal lives, even outside of the four walls of the camp on Saturdays. So it's just a rewarding journey, very rewarding.
I just want to add one thing. We got lucky. We recruited a very fantastic project coordinator, Miss Wala, today. It's a shout out to her actually, and. Sometimes when you're trying to recruit somebody in that capacity, you're not always very sure. Yeah. But when we spoke to her, we saw the natural passion that she has for the Were people, which is my people as well. And even for her own life has been transformed. She has grown in a way that, she's one coordinating everything on the ground. So we are really, the journey has been very fantastic from every side, I would say. So Ishakiri Next Gen, or Iwere Next Generation in the days and years ahead. The vision is really big, is a very significant one. For us, it's transforming every community in the Iwere land, one community at a time, and also one child at a time. And at the moment, we started with the Pessus community, which is our own community. It's more about setting the right foundation and laying the blueprint. And it's been 3 years now, and it's been like a story of the Chinese bamboo, which I usually share with the team that we've been working with. Chinese bamboo, the first 5 years you plant the seed, it doesn't grow, and the next 6 months it grows 25 meters long. And what it's doing is actually spreading the roots underneath to kind of, so that it's able to manage and take the weight that comes in that very sudden sprout in height and all of that. So that's what we're trying to do. So it's going to be very easy for us when we have the right mix of resources and everything in place to start the expansion process to a different community, and we are open to work with people, volunteers of time and resources to be able to do that. And so that's the vision. The vision is very big. We are working on it.
So in the coming years, I really see Ishakiri Next Gen, or Iwere Next Generation, being a catalyst for change within the Ishakiri community.
Absolutely.
For the younger people that are up and coming. In a few years' time, I see us collaborating with the global space, talking about the UN, UNICEF, and aligning with the SDG goals that are currently in place. So it is going to be a place of putting Iwere on the map. Not necessarily with oil again, but also with the individuals that are going to be coming out of there. They will be ready to compete globally. So we are ready for the global stage now. We're ready to not just take ourselves, but also take the children in the community to the global stage.
Yeah, just to add on that, it's a catalyst for change, and the kind of change that we are anticipating is the one that will transform, Iwere community. That is our ambition. We are not relenting on that, and because what we've done in our programs at the moment is aligning with the SDGs you mentioned. So it's preparing the next generation for the big stage, not just for the local champion. Just they can go out there, they can believe in themselves that they can conquer the world, and we're going to do that for every community in Iwere land. That's the ambition. Yeah.
One child at a time.
One child at a time. Yeah. We do have, we've seen evidence that the participants at the moment, they are benefiting a lot from the program. The impact is very transformative, even in the shortest time that we've had them. We've seen children come in very timid, having no clue, no inclination of what is happening around the world, and get their minds open and stretched beyond their imagination. And we've seen them becoming much confident in their own ability and capacity. They are more aware about what's going on within their community. They are understanding the nuances of things that's happening around them that could be limiting. But usually that's the first step of liberation, isn't it? Once you understand what is limiting you, then you have unlocked yourself from that, and then you can start on a process of growth. So we are seeing that. We hope that this pool or cohort of children or participants, they would emerge. You can easily identify them within the community or in the world or in the country or in the state, because you will see a very sound human being, that on top of that, then you have the intelligence and capacity and all of that. So yes, it's going to be very transformative and long lasting impact. We're seeing that already.
Yeah. I totally agree. We're Christians, so one thing we believe in is the Bible, and the Bible says, train up a child in the path, so that when he's old he will not depart from it. And this is the training, and what we are giving to them is not just money or food. We are giving them things that no one can steal from them. When you have a skill, when you know how to drive, nobody can take that skill away from you. It's the same thing. We're giving them values, and no one can take it away from them. So that is what makes it have a lasting impact. Are we saying these are going to be perfect children? Not necessarily. They may make mistakes here and there, but there's something about training. It lasts. It's there, it's embedded in their mind. It becomes their mindset. So it's a mindset engineering, and it's not something you can take out, from someone. So we are very confident in the long-term impact of this. Thank you.
We do have, we've seen evidence that the participants at the moment, they are benefiting a lot from the program. The impact is very transformative, even in the shortest time that we've had them. We've seen children come in very timid, having no clue, no inclination of what is happening around the world, and get their minds open and stretched beyond their imagination. And we've seen them becoming much confident in their own ability and capacity. They are more aware about what's going on within their community. They are understanding the nuances of things that's happening around them that could be limiting. But usually that's the first step of liberation, isn't it? Once you understand what is limiting you, then you have unlocked yourself from that, and then you can start on a process of growth. So we are seeing that. We hope that this pool or cohort of children or participants, they would emerge. You can easily identify them within the community or in the world or in the country or in the state, because you will see a very sound human being, that on top of that, then you have the intelligence and capacity and all of that. So yes, it's going to be very transformative and long lasting impact. We're seeing that already.
Yeah. I totally agree. We're Christians, so one thing we believe in is the Bible, and the Bible says, train up a child in the path, so that when he's old he will not depart from it. And this is the training, and what we are giving to them is not just money or food. We are giving them things that no one can steal from them. When you have a skill, when you know how to drive, nobody can take that skill away from you. It's the same thing. We're giving them values, and no one can take it away from them. So that is what makes it have a lasting impact. Are we saying these are going to be perfect children? Not necessarily. They may make mistakes here and there, but there's something about training. It lasts. It's there, it's embedded in their mind. It becomes their mindset. So it's a mindset engineering, and it's not something you can take out, from someone. So we are very confident in in the long term impact of this. Thank you.
Yeah, so other project that we have in mind in the pipeline to do alongside ING, we have a few of them. We are really interested in doing things that really aligned to the core mandate within Ishakrinezin at the moment. What we are doing at the moment with ING is laying the foundation, and then the foundation, we have the pillars, the 5 mandates. We have leadership, we have literacy, we have social cultural values, we have entrepreneurship, and then we have digital mandate. So all of these is going to spiral into a significant project initiatives in the future. For instance, on the leadership, we're going to create systems that we empower emerging leaders that have gone through ING to take up leadership position in society, in politics, and all of that. In business as well, linked to entrepreneurship mandate. We know our value system is crumbling, so we're going to have kind of so we are being the root is established, the tree is growing, is sprout, and then you start to see things. We want to have an aware indigene that will have the confidence to vie for leadership position and feel empowered to do that, whether they have the financial resources or not. The system is in place, and they've been trained, they've gone through the whole process, they have the right kind of education. And we can also think about business leaders too that want to emerge, and they are supported because they've gone through that training as part of ING. So ING is like the foundation, right? And then the root of everything, and everything was part of that, and those will become very individual initiatives going forward. So that's kind of the vision, really. That's the vision. So the journey's only started. It's only just started. Yeah. So that's what we are planning to do.
Yeah.